Birmingham's historically been thought of as a car city. That's what people know. And I remember growing up in Birmingham and the big inner ring road and parking your car underneath it and the noise and the fumes of that and walking down really busy streets. It has already changed. I don't think anyone would ever want to go back. The A38 cycle route is a start of a network, beginning to make the bigger decisions that cities around the world have made if they want to see improvements. But I think we're still on that journey. There are cities around the world that are a long way ahead of us. We've got to keep our pace up and indeed actually get faster at doing that, I think.
I think if you've got local politicians urging people to make lifestyle changes like considering cycling or using public transport, it's important that you do it yourself. I think it's a good reality check for me, and I want to understand what it feels like. I want people to think that they can cycle wearing their normal clothes and cycle home again in safety.
I live outside Birmingham, so for me, when I want to get between our sites or get to a meeting somewhere around the city, the Barrel Bikes for me are absolutely perfect. The Barrel Bike scheme is Birmingham's loan scheme, so it allows you to, just with your mobile phone, tap and grab a bike. They are really easy to get on. They're lovely upright bikes, I guess, as an alternative for those sort of short to middle trips. You can go out any morning and see that there is congestion on most of our roads, there is a lot of pollution, there's a lot of noise. Encouraging cycling alongside public transport and walking is obviously the way that we unlock our city for a much richer range of ways that we can travel around, reducing the amount of carbon and pollution that we produce as a city. To do that though, we need to break this cycle of the roads being so hostile that people feel that they're not able to make that first step to try it. I cycle to get between our two sites. We've got our children's hospital in the city centre and our women's hospital out in Edgbaston. For me, that's a moment to get a bit of exercise into the middle of my day.
Well, in Birmingham, we've had a cycle revolution ongoing since about 2014, making it safe to cycle for everybody in Birmingham. So we've got our two segregated cycle routes on the A38 and the A34, and we're now looking to create a network of safe cycle routes all across the city in every neighbourhood.
I think the A38 is definitely the best example. We're starting to get into the braver conversations now around actually streets that have been open to all motor vehicles for a long period of time. And so actually those schemes that are about just decreasing the amount and the speed of motor vehicles in local communities, that's actually where Birmingham will really begin to realise some of the big gains around active travel and public transport, and for all of those people to have a choice about how they want to travel.
We're working with schools to promote safe routes to school. We're opening up things called car-free school streets, and we're developing low-traffic neighbourhoods, making places where we all live safer. And we're now using net surplus revenue from the Clean Air Zone to give away bikes to people across Birmingham. Getting people cycling is what we want for every neighbourhood in the city.
If I feel that the school run is congested and dangerous, then the natural choice for me is to get in the car. And the problem with that, of course, is I'm making the choice for other people to walk or cycle harder because I'm yet another vehicle on the road. It's about being supported to make the choices that we might make differently. If there is a quicker, healthier, cheaper and more joyful way to go to my destination, I will naturally do that. That's a very easy change to make. Cycling is an absolutely fantastic way to travel around. Birmingham city centre remains, I guess, an example of what still needs to change in the city. Getting from the end of the A38 across town to the other side is really difficult. There are a number of one-way sections, there are a number of routes that are closed to cyclists because of the tram. There's still work to be done.
Well, I'm very optimistic about the future. It's transformed since I moved here about 20 years ago. My hope for the city is that we can genuinely be a city where cycling is for everybody and that everyone feels safe and just experiences the sheer fun and enjoyment of being on your bike.
Birmingham's committed to be a healthier and a greener city. The noise levels to drop, but the buzz of people enjoying the city to go up, to flourish with the changes that we need to make, and for people to enjoy the benefits that brings, whether by saving money or greener spaces or happier places to be.
And also we've got to do it and take people with us. So I'm very excited about the future.